Hello, this is the Archivist from TradingCardArchives.com. Got my blue gloves on, and we're gonna look at some trading cards, specifically some Marvel trading cards again. So what I've got here is I've got our current top and second place card for the day. This was actually a card I got from a break I did with I'm blanking on their name. Bullpen LA, of course. Sorry. They gave me that card. It's numbered, so that's why it's the number one right now. It also looks pretty cool. Very shiny. And then this is a Naruto card we actually pulled from a 1 yuan pack. It's an 8-cent card. Looks beautiful. It's an SR with some amazing foil treatments on it. And then by way of comparison, I got out some of my other Marvel cards so you can kind of see what we already have. So when we open this, we'll know if it's better or worse or whatever. So these are Metal Universe cards, pretty high-end upper deck Marvel cards. This is a Grandiose and just a yellow wave. I think this is not very rare. This one's pretty rare, but like not super rare. I think it's like worth $20 or something. And then these come from the Into the Spider-Verse hobby box that came out with the movie. And so these cards, this is a parallel, this is a regular. They don't seem to have any treatments on them at all. They're just flat color cards. So kind of boring as a trading card. Interesting if you like the movie, and it's a great movie. So that's kind of what I have so far. So I'm wondering what this will be, if it'll be more like the Metal Universe or more like this. I don't really know. When I bought this, I actually was expecting it to be kind of a really low-end retail product, but researching it for the video here, I'm seeing that it's actually some interesting stuff in this set, although you can't pull a lot of it from this particular product, the blaster box. So like everything in this hobby, there's, hobby packs and retail packs. And in Upper Deck's case, they call the retail packs a blaster pack. And the retail packs have significantly worse odds for everything, but then also they're just locked out of a lot of stuff. So like most of the autographs, they only exist in the hobby boxes. All the sketch cards are only in the hobby boxes. You can't even get them in this at all. It's not even a chance, right? There are some autographs that are in here, but where they would be, like a 1 in 100 in the hobby, they're going to be like a 1 in 600 for the blaster boxes. And then at inserts, it's similar. Like what would be a 1 in 5 in the hobby is going to be a 1 in 10 in the blaster, and it kind of just gets worse from there. And then from the base set, you really only have blue parallel, which the base parallels, which is in this blaster only. It's exclusive. Then you have canvas and silver sparkle that can be in here, but every other kind of parallel, so gold, hologram crystal, purple, printing plates, hologram printing plates, silver sparkle printing, all that stuff can't be in this box. So you need to know that when you buy a product like this, if you think you're going to save money and buy like 3 of these instead of 1 hobby box, you would have been better off just buying that hobby box, because you get better chances at cards in every single pack you open, and then also better cards overall are in there. But we're the archives. We're not here to make money or sell cards or anything like that. That's just not what we're here for. We're here to look at these things as kind of a curiosity, learn about them, learn about how they're made, compare them to other things. And so we're not trying to sell anything here, anything like that. So for us, this is just kind of an interesting thing to look at. And so yeah, I'm going to unbox this today and probably only open 1 pack. I don't know. I have a lot of videos I want to do, and I'm kind of running out of time for today already. So I won't be able to break this entire box for you. We are going to rip something tonight, but it's not going to be this. And what I mean by that is like rip an entire box, which I have never done before. It's something we just don't do here at the archives. We usually do like 1 pack and then put everything else into storage. But we're going to rip an entire box of something. I'll explain that when we get to it. There's a reason for that. Okay, so yeah, so what is this? It's just plain printing on this. There's no foil on the box at all. You've got the blue base set parallels. I guess this blue background like that is going to be exclusive to this. And then you've got these kind of back scatter cards here that are sort of special for this annual set. But honestly, looking at the checklist and looking at the what's available in the annual set generally, it's a pretty good trading card set. Like if you like Marvel cards, I would, you know, you can get a hobby box of this for $80, $90. Maybe not bad. Like certainly way cheaper than Metal Universe. Honestly, it's cheaper than this too. So of course we haven't seen the cards yet. Maybe they're not great. But I think they're probably going to be okay. All right, so let's get this open, and I assume it's going to look exactly the same as the Spider-Man one. Yep. Yeah, so we have a very similar setup in here with, you know, half the box being air, half the box being packs. And then just like with the Metal Universe box, we've got a retail RFID tag in here, which could be activated if this was in a retail store as like a theft deterrent. Although really, no retail stores carry this type of thing anymore, so, or very rarely. If they do, they have it behind like a security glass or something. It's not very likely that that anyone's going to actually go and try to steal this from a store, because that's pretty difficult. I bought this from David Adams Cards. I'll post. I don't think I posted the unboxing yet of that, but that was a really weird box. Oh, actually, I still have the title of that video up here. Let me change the title. But yeah, you can see it was a very strange order. Here, I'm gonna pause and change that title quick. All right, and I'm back, and we have a much better title now. Marvel Annual by Upper Deck. That's what this is called. And so all the packs seem to feature Black Panther. That makes sense, I guess. That was a big movie that year. They feel very similar to the it feels very similar to like the Spider-Man packs and the metal ones. Very similar. So you've got odds on here. I had already looked all these odds up. And these are the odds for the blaster box. So you can see kind of the best. Oh, there is actually a sketch. So it is possible to get a sketch in this, I guess, at 1 in 3,840. So we're not going to get one of those. But the creator's corner is an autograph, and that's at 1/600 in here. So that's not too bad. And then these actually aren't very bad at all, right? Because that was like a 1 in 30 something, and I pulled that from 6-packs, so we'll definitely get something interesting here. But which one should we open? Like I said, I only want to do one of these right now, and I don't want to go up on random for it and everything. Why don't we take the second one from the bottom? I got a good feeling about that one. So we'll take that, and I'll put the rest in the box here. Let's kind of leave the box over there. Let's get this opened and we'll see what's in it. If you don't mind, I'll just put these kind of over to the side a little bit more. So it's grown. There's a glare spot right here, so I can't use that space. I'm really having trouble getting a light positioned that can show the sparkle of the cards and also not glare off my entire desk. I think this positioning is okay. Okay. And I guess they make one of these every year, but I assume it's printed. So I assume they print so much of this, just given the pricing on the hobby boxes. You can kind of tell that when the price of something doesn't go up over time, it's probably printed way too much. But if the price of a hobby box is going up over time, that means, you know, likely it was not overprinted. Okay, so I see we've got some kind of hits in here, and then some maybe not so hitty cards, so I'll put those up top. And put this down, we'll take a look at them. This is my first time ever seeing this set, so at first glance, great. I mean, I love Galactus, easily my favorite character from all of Marvel. It's very, very cool looking dude. Pretty interesting, I guess. Yeah, he's maximum everything. Galactus just, he's gonna win everything. Sorry, we got a little bit of air conditioning going on here. But now this is almost the same as this. Like this and this feel the same and look the same. So I think we're looking at a product more of this level and less of this. In this set, even the base cards kind of have some emboss on them and some foil on them, and they look really cool. But these base cards are quite plain, so just maybe just a plain set. That's okay too. I mean, Galactus is cool. There's 100 cards in the base, and then tons of parallels to collect, like I said. Although I don't think we'll get too many of those in these retail packs, but maybe. So you go with Thing. Thing's actually a pretty intelligent guy. He's not like Hulk where he loses his mind or anything like that. Yeah, this is interesting, right? I don't think this is a gaming system at all, but it's interesting how they rate the different attributes, I guess, of the characters. This Thing from Fantastic Four is appropriate because Galactus is a kind of traditional villain for the Fantastic Four to fight. I think even in the movie version of the Fantastic Four, that horrible film version, they fought Galactus in that too, I think. So here now. So this is Purple Man. I love purple, so that's great. Well, Purple Man doesn't seem to... Not that great, I guess. Something with Jessica Jones. I don't know a lot about this. I think they made that one into a show. I never watched that show. I don't know that character well. Never read the comic for her either. I'm gonna move this box out of it just to have some more space to work with over here, okay? And since we're doing that, we'll just move everything over there. So those are the new cards. Okay, now we've got something interesting here. This is a #1 spot. Captain America. So this is a comic cover, I guess. Got some nice gold on that. Really interesting card here. And this is a kind of insert. So inserts can be like randomly inserted into the pack, basically. And let me just look this one up, just so I can tell you quickly what it's about. So this is a #1 spot, and in the blasters, it's a 1 in 4 rarity. So as cool as this looks, it is not a very rare card. In fact, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get it in that box since there's 6 packs in there and it's a 1 in 4. But in Hobby, it's worse. It's 1 in 2 in Hobby. So this is pretty much the default insert for Hobby, I would say. Let me check. Can you see that card over there? Almost. This is great. I love my new mat because I have so much more. I have like almost an extra foot this way. It's hard for you to tell, but I raised the camera up and set things up, and I have almost an extra foot of space. It's great. So this is pretty cool so far. But let's see what else we get in here. Okay, so this is one of those blue parallels, right? I guess so. It says blue here. So this is one that is a parallel of a base card, but with a blue background. And that's only available in the blasters. But again, not an especially rare card. It's kind of the default for the blasters. Oh, I ran out of sleeves. That is interesting. You know, I'm going to try... I picked these up the other day. I actually got these... so I was in the Bullpen LA picking up the baseball cards, and I needed some more sleeves, so I wanted to buy 2 of them. They sell these packs for $1, and I only had a credit card with me. And they let me just have 2 of these for free because it was easier than running the credit card on them. I will definitely pay them back. That's not a problem. Like I do breaks with them and stuff, so they are earning money for me. It's not a big deal, but it's nice that they would even do that, right? Like I don't think Burbank Sports Cards is never going to do that for you, right? They probably charge you extra. I don't mean to be mean. But yeah, the Bullpen LA is just a much friendlier shop to go to, in my experience so far. So yeah, so there's our cards from this Marvel Annual. There's 5 more packs to open. We'll do that some other time. Interesting thing for sure. I mean, it's definitely a retail level product. You can tell by the base cards, but these 2 inserts are really interesting. That one's got some very interesting effects on it. That's almost chrome-like, so I like it better than this. I still think Metal's probably the best set. So yeah, if you're going to invest in these, Metal Universe is the way to go, I think. This is definitely an awesome entry product, and getting a hobby box of this probably really fun to rip open. Next year I might do that for the 23 one, since they're relatively cheap for me. But whereas these hobby boxes are $300, like I said, I'm never gonna probably buy one of those. It's just way out of my budget. This is top end for my budget, but I would be able to afford that just fine. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop the video here, and we'll set up to open something else. I'll see you soon.